What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video where I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, comment down below one location you hope to see change next season and one location on the map that you hope stays the same. And if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting the season 2 battle pass or anything else, it is Evolve Jake, just like my channel name is. And it is underneath the webcam at all times. So I'm going to be landing Clawsy Lodge this game because this is a POI that is rumored or expected to be changing next season. Because Fortnite has posted kind of like art of the different map changes that will be happening for the different POIs. And one of the new POIs kind of matches up terrain-wise with where this is, like the background of it, you know? And so it is very much expected that Clawsy would be changing, which is kind of unfortunate. I think this is definitely one of the better POIs on this map. Not my favorite, but it's solid. And so, it changing, kind of unfortunate, but maybe what they put there next will be good. This is a different guy. What the? That was weird. I expected the one that ran in that door to be the one I just fought. That still wasn't the first one I fought. If I had this pump then, that probably would have gone better for me, but did not have it yet. And one of those people had shockwaved away, unfortunately. I do not like to see. I'm wasting shockwaves off the rip. I just heard glass break over here. I think there's barrels in this little room. Okay, I was gonna say I wasn't sure if this had been looted though, because it seemed like one of those players that I'd fought may have came from here. He might push up to me hearing me break those barrels. I just had visual audio footsteps. I think he's like behind this door. I'm gonna throw that. Okay, he's not here. I'm gonna throw that just to get some cover as I push up and then also have the tires for like mobility to get there. Alright, that was probably as bad as things could be, honestly. I was not expecting the bunker to break the wall and like expose him. I just wanted to break my roof and then use the bunker to get out. And then like mantle up to his roof and play from there. Okay, he might have had a better pump for me. He hit hard. Yeah, he hit a green one. Not a huge upgrade, but still an upgrade. And I feel like he lost that fight because I had an SMG and he had the Enforcer AR. He'll just like slide past and then spray him. Make him really weak. Luckily, I still do obtain 2 sets of shockwaves, which is better than I expected. With how many people were just using shocks like immediately off spawn here, I was expecting to come away with very few. Crown over here. I don't think I'm gonna go for that. I just want to have it marked. No, there's somebody over there. I'm probably gonna end up going to the gas station and trying to buy some heals. Because even if I end up finding like a big pot or something out of this, I won't really have shield to carry. The blue hollow SMG there, but I'd rather have the flex. I like the flex a lot more, especially when it comes to like pushing people. Just something I'm going to be doing a lot in this game, like shockwaving onto them and spraying them from the sky. I think the flex just does that so much better. The sight can kind of make things like awkward in those situations. Okay, nice. This wasn't looted. I'm be able to get this slurp truck. If I get like a fizz out of one of these chests, that would be excellent because then I wouldn't need to buy heals. So I get the slurp truck to heal myself and then carry the fizz. And the fizz is like the healing item I would like to have at the moment, but not gonna happen. Not really anything I want to buy here actually anyways. I don't want the suppressed SMG. Somebody aiming at me with a lock-on AR here. Okay, I was gonna like act like I didn't see him and just drive past and then get out at this rock. That's sad. That is just not great. I wanted to like drive the car to like here, like by the rock, and then get out and fight him there. But the car's stuck on a tree. The bush helped me a lot though. It blocked his first shotgun shot, and I was what, 50 health after that fight. So like that matters. Initially, I wanted to drive past and act like I didn't see him in hopes that he would let me do that, and then I could get to the rock and get out and shoot him. And then that would be like just a much better fight. And I expected him to kind of be okay with me doing that, because the way he shot, like him shooting at me when he didn't make much sense. Car's actually kind of shambles. I could have repaired it at the gas station, but I wasn't thinking to do that, and just it doesn't matter that much. It'll be fine. Going to these lethal labs mountains. If I could just not get the car stuck on literally everything this game, that'd be great. But I'm trying to go to these lethal lab mountains because this is an area that's usually pretty populated. Like these mountains have a lot of people traveling through them. And then lethal labs itself is usually an area that's pretty populated. And so kind of like two birds with one stone here. I can check this area out, see who I can find. And then if I hear fighting down at lethal labs, I can maybe like get involved in that as well. This car is very busted and running out of gas, so I'm not going to be too attached to this. We can go get that fresh one. Hopefully that one I do not get stuck. We ran out of gas. I'm going to say hopefully this one I don't get stuck on literally everything, but that's hard to ask for in this game. Seems like nothing on this side of the map, so I'm probably going to go over towards this gas station over here in this mountain, because this is another like typically pretty populated area. There's shots. There's shots on both sides, but I think I heard a dual shotgun getting shot over here, so I'm more inclined to try to deal with that. And the Flex SMG melts. He actually wasn't weak at all from the fight he just had, but just like the timing advantage was enough to allow me to get the kill. I think he was a bit slow to react to me. We have 1,300 gold now. See if there's anything down here for purchase. If it's a gold weapon, I'm not going to have enough, but there might be like cash register in the gas station for me to get. Nope, nothing. Where's this golf cart here? I'm gonna go back this way because I had heard shots that way, but I'm gonna drive over this mountain to do so. That way we can just check if there's anybody else here. Because like the lethal labs mountains, this is one that like kind of always has people coming and going. What the heck? Some cars have found unique ways to get stuck on things this game. Here's a car. I think I went down over here too. Don't see anything in the tunnel. What's over here? I'm using the lock on AR. I don't see them. And the shot stopped, so... Are they in here? That's tragic. That guy's so weak, man. I can check out the gas station vendings, I guess, and see if we can have higher rarity guns finally. There's a guy here. I don't know if he knows that I just saw him. Bad. I would have... Okay, I was going to say, I'd like for him to overpeak because we can hit a shot or two on him and then just shock on him. But he hunting rifled me, which is not what I wanted. Someone else is here. I dead. Oh my god, the dodge. Fizz would be so perfect here. He pushed me and I don't think he chalked away. He might hear that fighting over there and think it's me. But he may have just dodged visual audio on me healing. I'm gonna shock back over here. Does this guy have extra shocks? I don't even know where I killed him at. I think the loot fall off. Yeah. No extra shocks, but he had a wingsuit. I would like to go to the vending machine. But now I once again need to buy heals, so. And I do have to be worried about someone coming from behind me. Might be best to just let that guy go. The shotgun vending here. Yeah, see, this guy behind me. He might see that pattern and think it was me. I don't know if he had the best look at my skin. That's not great. We can get this slurp truck. Every time I get heals, they get used up right away. Let's see if I can get closer and get shots on this guy in the back. We don't get shots on him in the back, but the shockwave into Flex SMG is incredibly lethal, like I had talked about before. And so the surprise factor of that engage is kind of worth, you know, as much as early damage would be. It's almost better than early damage in some ways, because normally if I had shot him in the back, he has time to react before I get there. But like by the time he realizes it's happening, he's already taken damage, and then he doesn't really have much time to like actually get away like he otherwise would. That guy had a bush on, so I want to make sure I hit my opening shots on him with SMG rather than shotgun, because it blocks one shot worth of damage. Like the player I'd fought at the gas station earlier on in the game, blocking that shotgun shot saved me in that fight. And so in this one, making sure to just like rip the bush with the SMG when I can. Like if they're in my face, I'm probably just gonna like shoot and not like think too much about what gun I'm using. But in that instance, I was able to use the SMG instead. And car fighting with this setup is just incredible. Like somebody gets in the car and I'm able to like hip fire the Flex SMG into their face. Like they take so much damage so fast. We got the square zone. There's still 5 opponents remaining. It's kind of surprising. Like, had not realized how many people were left alive. We're just kind of chilling here. I'm gonna full grief that car just so no one else gets it. Maybe we'll bait somebody into doing something. They're on me. I have extra shocks, so we're gonna do this. That's actually so unfortunate. He's dead. I thought he was just kind of chilling there until I was gonna shock up and then fry him just to get him away from me. But at the exact moment, he gets shot in the back by somebody else and then runs out. I'm gonna shock on this. Oh, I didn't reload. That's very bad. We maybe still get this kill. Yeah. If I'd reloaded, that's way easier. Giving up the good spot like that is like questionable whether or not it's worth it, but I think it was just to get this person out of the game. And I have fizz shock, so like it's like positioning really isn't a problem for me. Like it's not going to be hard for me to get where I need to get regardless. It turns out we actually have a really good spot now. But before, I knew that Beavis was over here because we just saw him get that kill. And then I knew there was somebody like kind of in that direction as well playing because they had shot that other guy in the back and forced him into me. And so if I just continue to exist there, like I potentially get pinched. Whereas I can shockwave on this guy and then at least clear this side of zone and then have an isolated spot. And with the other guy being so far away, I thought it was probably a kill I could maybe get without really getting third-partied. But even then, third-partying wasn't the biggest deal to me because I have fizz shocks. Like, I'm going to be able to shock away and then fizz and then shock, like, fizz shock the second time. And probably reset any fight I need to reset. But being able to get kills in the endgame and do so without getting third-partied is really nice because now we're going into this zone with less people than we otherwise would be, and that makes it less chaotic. Less, you know, third-party centric. This guy's going to wingsuit in. I'm not really going to be able to do anything about this, I don't think, unless he messes up and just dives right onto me. Yeah, like that. But I thought he was going to, like, stay high, and I don't know why he was, like, intent on going right there because this wasn't where zone was. I don't know if he just, like, didn't know that zone wasn't there. That's why marking zone can be really helpful. The other guy's down there. They're going to wingsuit, so I'm going to be able to get this kill for free. And then we could probably just fizz shock on this guy. But this, when I was saying I won't be able to kill him, I thought he was just going to, like, fly over the middle of zone and then go to, like, over there. Getting locked on. He's in that bush, I think. And, yeah. So I could shockwave him out of the bush here. I have extra shocks to spare. It's no big deal. But with him using a lock on AR, it makes such a bright glint when he locks onto me. I'm trying to get him to lock onto me because then we'll know where he is in the bush and I can just do this. I didn't get as much damage as I would have liked, so I guess we can just shock him out. Yeah, he's missing the shocks. I think he's running out of the bush when I do try to shock him, so I'm not going to do that anymore. We'll probably fizz shock up this mountain. And then now we just have to waste time. He'll probably wingsuit in his zone because that's what he did the first time. But now I just have to not die between now and him being forced to do something, and then we'll probably win. Like everything is on him. I can spray this tree from an angle where he can't see me. Like I don't need to over peek to damage the tree. I'm gonna keep my gun loaded because I think he'll wingsuit. That should force him out. Just bullying at this point. Again, I can shoot this tree from an angle that he can't see me, which doesn't really matter. Like, he's so weak that this game is over. But, like, little things like that can be the difference, especially when snipers are in the game. Because everything can be going perfect, and then it can just be ripped away from you if they had a headshot snipe. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.